It is once again that time of year where we need to go through and rank every LEGO Star Wars set from worst to first. And man, this was a tough list to make. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And here we go, starting off with the worst set of the year. In last is the TIE Fighter with Imperial Hanger Rack, gift with purchase for the UCS Death Star. Not only is this just not a good looking set, this was a gift with purchase to basically complete your Death Star that you're already paying $1,000 for. On top of that, the TIE Pilot doesn't even have arm printing, and this was only available with purchases for the Death Star during the first week. So what happens if you're someone who wants to buy this set a year after release? You get what is essentially an incomplete set, and you need to pay way too much money for a gift with purchase that isn't very good. Up next is the Mando and Grogu N1 Starfighter. I know I'm not the intended audience for this set, but it doesn't help the fact that it's just not a good build. LEGO has made better 4+ sets before, like the Tanu Jedi Temple and the Crimson Firehawk. Granted, the Crimson Firehawk is insanely overpriced, but comparing just the builds, the N1 Starfighter is lacking. The only reason I can see anyone being excited for this is for that new astromech droid R5-D4, but besides that one detail, get literally any other set with Mando and Grogu in it and you'll be much happier. The Darth Maul mech will be next, and simply put, I don't care much about the mech line, and to add on top of that, the Darth Maul minifig doesn't even have pupils. It's just a set idea that I'm not a fan of and includes a minifig that's just bad, and it's a recipe for a disaster. The Millennium Falcon polybag will follow, and I don't have too much to say about this other than it is a solid build. The detail on a set of this scale is really nice, and honestly I never go out of my way to buy this, but I do own it since it was a part of the May 4th promotion if you spend what I believe was $40 or more. The LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendars are always solid sets, and this year it's no different. LEGO takes on a droid center theme, and while it might be fun to some, I think we could all agree including more standard minifigs would have been ideal. Babu Frick is the highlight for me here, but besides that, I have real no interest in this particular Advent Calendar. We have the first midi-scale set with Kylo Ren's shuttle. This might be the most overpriced set of the year, costing $70 with 386 pieces. Now, I don't think price per piece is everything, but sometimes it's hard to look past. Kylo Ren's shuttle in this scale is decent looking depending on how you have the wings. If they're pointed out, the set appears larger, and if the wings are completely folded up, the set looks super tiny and it just hurts it in this particular scale. To me, this set feels more like $50, and that would still be overpriced, but you can make an argument for it being higher on the list, while $70 is just inexcusable. In a year full of LEGO controversy, the Plo Koon Starfighter being a microfighter was just the beginning. This set includes a fantastic Plo Koon minifig and the addition of just a head for his astromech droid R7-D4. The set itself for a microfighter is great, and as someone who's not particularly all too interested in microfighters, I feel this is one of the best that LEGO has done. The main reason of controversy around this set is because it's an anniversary year for Revenge of the Sith, and LEGO did release an ARC 170 alongside this, but eventually we will get a proper playscale version. In 26th, we have the midi-scale Home 1 Cruiser. There's nothing particularly wrong with this set, as it's a nice addition to the midi-scale line. I'm just not a very big fan of how the ship looks in universe. It's not something I look at and say, oh yeah, this is a cool looking ship. Was it needed for the midi-scale line? I think so, and I'm happy they made it. It's just not my cup of tea. In 25th, we have the Death Trooper and Night Trooper Battle Pack. The main complaint I have with this set is how the side build of the dropship looks like a Minecraft bee. While battle packs for many are to army build, it's still important to give us decent builds like we've had numerous times in the past. I will say the Night Troopers and Death Troopers are really cool, and I do enjoy the different helmet colors for the Night Troopers. 24th is where the Star Wars logo will fall. Now, it's a very clean build, but did we really need it? Yes, the build makes any Star Wars display look better, but where are the minifigs? Marvel also got a logo, and that included multiple minifigs, and Star Wars gets the short end of the stick with 0 minifigs. At the very least, a Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker minifig would have done wonders for the set. One of the most controversial sets is with the $45, yes, you heard that correctly, $45 3/27th Battle Pack. It's crazy to think that a $45 battle pack is now a thing, and I can't even say that this battle pack is particularly bad. A new Spider Droid mold, which I didn't even think was needed, looks amazing. This also includes plenty of clones and super battle droids, along with a really nice AT-RT. But everything comes back to the absurd price. When charging so much for a battle pack, you'd think the clones would be near perfect, but that's not the case. A battle pack should never see this price, but here we are. What could have been a top set to many gets buried by a disastrous price. 22nd will be the Acclimator class assault ship. If you gave me 20 guesses for what this mini-scale set would have been, I can assure you not one of them would have been the Acclimator. While I like the build and want to see a larger scale model, 2025 had so many good sets that this just gets lost among the others. 21st is where the Republic Juggernaut, Clone Turbo Tank, Tiny Tank, or the 100 other names this set was given will be. To begin, this set costs $160 and has 813 pieces. Like I've said before, I don't pay that much attention to price per piece, but sometimes it's hard to ignore. The size of the set for the price is also eye-catching, as what you get just doesn't feel like $160 worth of Lego. The set is super fragile, which is unfortunate, but when you downscale a set so much, you can't add the support of Technic like other sets have. This would be on a shelf and stay there for me, so the durability wouldn't be a problem, but I know for many others it can become a big issue. The minifigs included are Ki-Adi-Mundi, Commander Bakara, and Galactic Marines, which we've wanted for a while, and while they're good, they are included in a turbo tank when they were seen with the UT-AT, which fans have been asking for a while and we've yet to get. If the price of this set was $110 or $120, I think some of the flaws can get overlooked, but not at this retail price. Wicket will see the 20 spot, and honestly, this has grown on me since its release, but what was once thought to be a $90 or $100 set turned into a $130 set, and I don't see the value for that price. The Wicket minifig is awesome, and it's a slight upgrade over the previous one. I do like the display plaque they've included as well. While I was crucial on the Chewbacca fig and said I'm not sure Lego can do characters that have fur that well, this is a really good job for what my expectations originally were. I do think if you're a fan of the buildable character line, it will be hard to pass up on Wicket, but I'd highly recommend waiting for a sale. Another year and another Grogu hit the shelves with the Grogu and Hover Pram. Another extremely downsized version compared to the original buildable Grogu, but in many ways, I see the appeal to have this version over the previous one. The pram is amazing, and Grogu can fit inside with ease. The side builds include the cookies, the frog, and the knob from the Razor Crest, which is always nice to see. With the second and final season of Andor releasing, we get another U-Wing. Sadly, this one also falls to the downsizing treatment that many fans aren't happy about. The figs are the highlight for me, with a great ISB agent and a Dedra minifig that the only issue with her is with the leg printing has white that is extremely faded. The hat and hair element is all in one, which adds so much detail and it's super nice to have. While the figs are good, the interior of the build is so cramped due to the downsizing, you have to basically lay your minifigs down to fit them inside. While I do like the 2016 model more, I don't think you can go wrong with the modern day one either. Our first helmet makes the list with the Kylo Ren helmet. It's nice to get another sequel set on shelves, and granted the movies weren't that great, but they did produce some nice Lego sets. By no means is this a bad helmet, I just found the other two that released to be more appealing to me. But the best and most shocking part is that this uses all printed parts. That's almost unheard of today for LEGO Star Wars, and I'm so used to opening up a set and seeing a sticker sheet that this is definitely a nice change of pace. The 16 spot belongs to the Forest Burner Snowspeeder, once again a set from Rebuild the Galaxy that fans tend to enjoy. The windscreen piece is amazing, and I love the flames all around both the Snowspeeder and the speeder bike. This gives it Hot Wheel vibes in my opinion, and it's hard to ignore it. The speeder bike can actually attach to the Snowspeeder, which is such a cool play feature, and I should also mention it includes a stap. But for myself, and I'm sure for many of you, the highlight of this particular set is with the minifigs. We get 3 with Sig Griebling, Darth Deb, and Solitus. Sig has the orange lightsaber, which is awesome, and Solitus has a chain lightsaber, so yet again, another year of fun Rebuild the Galaxy sets and some great minifigs. In 15th is the UCS Death Star, breaking records by the most expensive LEGO set ever at $1,000. Fans expected so much from this model. The biggest disappointment might have been finding out it won't be a sphere, but as time has gone on, I understand why that was the case, and even though I'm still sad about it, I'll get over it. From top to bottom, the set is packed with detail as each room is essentially just a diorama set but smaller, and we do have familiar builds like the Trash Room Compactor and the Emperor's Throne Room. One of my favorite parts of the set is the Imperial Shuttle, which is near midi scale and just about perfectly executed. While that's a few of the highlights with the model, when spending this amount of money, you'd expect every aspect to be perfect, but that's not the case. The minifig quality is lackluster, as not every fig that needed arm printing and leg printing gets it. Most notably with C3PO, because how can a keychain and a $140 set get the best version, but a $500 and $1,000 set get the worst version? Also, the lack of stormtroopers is truly inexcusable. There's not enough in the set to fill out every Death Star scene, and even if you have the gift with purchase, you're still in need of more. While there's a lot of negatives around the minifigs, LEGO did give us some great ones, most notably with Galen Erso and the infamous Hot Tub Stormtrooper. The other big issue is the amount of stickers. I believe there's over 50 in the set, and I felt that every gray piece should have been printed since the colors for gray stickers on gray bricks don't match, and the black tiles in the hangar bay should have also been printed. You're paying $1,000 for this set, and there's still shortcuts being taken. I need to mention one more time about how the set on its own isn't even complete unless you have the GWP, which at this point you need to spend a crazy amount on something that should have already been part of the set. The B1 Battle Droid with Stap is a set I'm shocked we haven't had before. The droid in this scale is great, and it even includes a backpack. The Stap has so much detail, and the best part is you can take the droid off the Stap speeder and pose it. Not that this would happen, but I think it would be cool if LEGO made an accessory kit for the build to color swap with different droids. In 13th and right off the heels of Andor is K2SO, one of the best buildable characters I'd say, and also a very fair price of $90, which in this day and age is almost unheard of for LEGO Star Wars. K2SO stands on a nice base, which is very similar to what C3PO had to stand on for that buildable character, and I think there's a strong argument for this being one of the best, if not the best buildable character yet. At number 12 is the playset version of the Jango Fett Slave 1. This is extremely version to the Boba Fett model a few years back, and I really do enjoy it. They implemented the same technique of the cargo cart, able to have the set displayed in another way. For many people, the minifigs are once again the main reason to go out and buy the set. The young Boba Fett is horrific, but we don't need to talk about that. The Jango Fett is the same one as the UCS model, just with that arm printing, and it's such a good fig. But my favorite fig in this set is the Lama Su. Another Kaminoan minifig joining Tan Wee from the Kenobi Starfighter, and I hope LEGO continues to make more Kaminoans like a Yariel Poof. This might be a hot take with how high I have this set on the list, but the Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor is up next. Yes, $35 might be a little crazy, but this year has had much worse. I think this is also the best Jedi Interceptor of all time, along with 3 wonderful minifigs. Ahsoka has the shorter legs and the smaller Leku, which is great attention to detail. Anakin has ample detail as well, and how can you not like R7A7? If this was $5 or $10 less, I think it could find its way into many of your top 5s or top 10s. Jango Fett's helmet was a must-needed addition, and this is arguably a top helmet so far. The one major flaw has to be the stickers around the top of the set, and if you don't line them up perfectly, it can look very flawed. Besides that, I think this is a must-have in your collection for any fan of the helmet line. The rangefinder is smoother, and it looks a lot smoother compared to one of the first helmets ever made with Boba Fett. At number 9 is the ARC 170. I really like this set, as you can probably tell by its ranking, but I also think it's one of the best, if not the best ARC 170s that LEGO has made. We get 3 amazing clone pilots with Oddball, Jag, and a clone pilot who look amazing, and the only difference between the 3 are the helmet colors. The 4th minifig is the Astromech Droid R4P44, which I love. There's ample play features, and LEGO even made a post-release update to the set with a new windscreen piece, which was very nice, as many people, including myself, had issues with the original windscreen piece as they attached stickers to them with how bad the air bubbles would look. 8th place is home to the UCS ATST. For $200, it's hard to find anything bad with the set. The ATST driver minifig is great, and the interior looks wonderful. It's nice to get a third UCS set on shelves, especially for a set that I didn't think would fall into that $240 to $300 May 4th UCS price range, and I hope this trend of a summer UCS set will continue. Next is the Battle of Fallujah Separatist MTT. Fans have wanted this MTT version forever, and LEGO has delivered. With the price per piece issue still there, I think it's way easier to look past it with how good the build is. The two figs included are Ayla Secura, which is nice to see back in LEGO Star Wars, and for the first time ever a Commander Bly. All that's missing from Bly was a waist cape, but this was a step in the right direction for clones. Alongside these, we get battle droids, commando droids in a new color, and a pilot battle droid, which is the same one from the May 4th gift with purchase in 2024. This set has one of the best play features with how you can actually deploy your battle droids by spinning the knob on top, and the battle droid rack falls out and you can spin the knob the other way and bring it back into the set. It's something so simple yet so cool that hasn't been done for any of the other MTTs. The Camino training facility might be one of the best May 4th gift with purchases of all time. To begin, we get not one, not two, but 3 clone cadets which have dual molded legs and arm printing. Literally, UCS quality minifigs wasn't on my bingo card for this gift with purchase. On top of that, these side builds are fantastic. The KE8 Enforcer is really well done, and the turret and weapons rack both add a nice touch. All I have to say is it's going to be very hard for LEGO to top this GWP in 2026. Kicking off the top 5, we have the V19 Torrent, a much downscaled model compared to the prior one, but no complaints for me. While the set itself has nice detail and play features, the biggest issue is how small and stubby it looks when it's in its landing mode, but when it's in its flight position, it looks great. So if you want to get a stand to display it only in its flight position, I'd highly recommend that. The minifigs are what takes this set from a good set to an amazing set. The Clone Pilot is the weakest of the 3, but it's still very solid. Asajj Ventress is finally back, and she has great detail, and I love her custom lightsaber hilts. The General Obi-Wan Kenobi minifig is in minifig of the year contention, and it's my favorite Obi-Wan that LEGO has ever made. So much printing all around, LEGO absolutely cooked with this. The AT-AT driver helmet has made its way into LEGO Star Wars, and I love this set. The hints of red really pop with the gray and black the helmet consists of, and the Empire logo pieces that we saw in the TIE Fighter pilot helmet are back and in a new color for the set. For me, what I like most about the set is how easy this can be displayed alongside an AT-AT Walker, as LEGO has made so many. It would be a nice addition to any AT-AT Walker display or LEGO Hoth display, not just displayed alongside other helmets. I've wanted a buildable chopper forever, and after years of waiting, it's finally here. The amount of posability this model has is unreal, and I appreciate how you can choose to have chopper with or without the wheel. The minifig included is the same one we had in the Ghost and Phantom 2, and it's solid. At number 2 is the Gingerbread AT-AT Walker. As someone who has a bias for holiday sets, I knew I'd like this set, but I didn't know I'd enjoy it this much. What is a near midi-scale sized AT-AT but color swap to a gingerbread theme with lights and different colors to make it pop might be a LEGO bestseller for the next few years. The interior is full of detail, and so is the Gingerbread Darth Vader minifig, who has this awesome printing on the cape. This set immediately went on backorder after its release, and the retirement date has already been extended. My one and only complaint is that it needed 1 or 2 more minifigs. If we had snowtroopers with holiday sweaters, I feel that would have taken the set over the top. The number 1 set, without a doubt, has to be the UCS Jango Fett Slave 1. Somehow this set makes the Boba Fett Slave 1 look flawed, and I love that set so much. Over the years, they've been able to really get the shaping better and add more detail. The interior is amazing, and the detail is unmatched. LEGO included the seismic charge, which was cool to see in the back of the set, even though nobody will really be looking at it while on display, includes so much detail. The 2 minifigs are Jango Fett and a young Boba Fett. The only bad thing I can say about the build is the young Boba minifig is awful. This minifig has the wrong hairpiece, and the belt on the torso is the wrong color, and even Daniel Logan, who played young Boba Fett in Attack of the Clones, agrees that his own minifig is bad. When have you ever heard someone say that about their own minifig? On the complete opposite end, Jango Fett is another minifig of the year contender. With 2 face prints, a hairpiece, arm, and leg printing, it's perfect. LEGO even made a new rangefinder mold, which, just like for the Spider Droid, I didn't think was needed, but after getting it, it's so much better. Even though the $300 price tag is more than prior May UCS sets, it was worth every penny. Overall, 2025 was a fantastic year for LEGO Star Wars. full of a ton of talking points, good and bad. It's going to be a year that I know personally I will miss. So let me know once again all your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you agree with on the list? What do you disagree with about the list? And don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more LEGO content, and I will see you in the next one.